Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here, continuing my Nightmare on Elm Street Friday the 13th reviews. Now, here's my review of the next movie, which is Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. It seems like they just keep ending up managing to top themselves by making a worse movie. I didn't think that the movies could get worse than how bad Part 5 was, but they did it again. They made an even worse one with Part 7. And now they've even made a worse movie than that with this one. Seriously, oh my goodness, this one just absolutely sucked. Okay? This one... Okay, I'm gonna be surprised if there's even one that's worse than this, because this one was just absolutely horrendous, okay? This this one, I was just bored out of my mind, want to stop watching this so much. I mean, I just didn't even want to see this anymore. I mean, yeah, and honestly, I mean, this movie was only about a little over an hour and a half long, but it just seemed like it was going on forever. I mean, seriously, it just seemed to me like it would not freaking end. Seriously, I mean, this was just so freaking terrible. I mean, seriously. I give this one, I don't know, probably like less than 1 star, probably like half of a star out of 4. Seriously, I mean, this one was just horrendous. I mean, seriously, I mean, this one didn't even really seem like much of a Friday the 13th movie. This first hour of this movie just kind of seemed like a mix of, you know, like Beverly Hills 90210, Titanic, the and probably like the 2005 King Kong movie. Yeah, because seriously, I mean, they just like spent forever on the boat in this movie. I mean, seriously. This was just going on way too long, way too long. And seriously, I mean, they were just, yeah, I mean, this movie's entitled Jason Takes Manhattan, so how, seriously, I mean, and you just spend like maybe 30, not even half of the movie in Manhattan? I mean, seriously. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so this movie came out in July 1989. And yeah, and this was actually the least successful movie in the entire Friday the 13th series, which does not surprise me at all. Oh, I mean, seriously, because of how bad this one sucked. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, let me just get right into this review. Alright, so the movie starts off with like a couple that are like having sex on a boat. And yeah, the guy is like telling the girl, well, the story about Jason, and telling her what happened with Jason's mother and how Jason just as always starts up the killings. And then eventually the boat anchor or like dragged a electric cable over Jason's body that was still in the lake from the ending of the previous movie. And then yeah, Jason comes back to life again, similar to how he came back in part 6. Yeah. And then yeah, Jason then eventually kills both of them. Yeah. And then the next morning, uh, the high the graduating class of Lakeview High School are on the SS Lazarus to sail for New York City, and they're chaperoned by biology teacher McCulroch and Van Dusen. And yeah, McCulloch brings his niece Rennie along, despite the fact that she has a fear of water. Yeah, and yeah, throughout, yeah, And throughout the movie, Jason is just basically just killing everybody that's on the boat, because yeah, he's boarded the boat too. Yeah, he kills one of the rock. He kills like a rock star wannabe, JJ, by like nailing her with her guitar. And then Jason then just hides in the bowels of the ship. And then yeah, Julius, who is a boxer, he's like boxing another guy, and then yeah, Julius ends up knocking him out. And yeah, there are these other two girls, Tamara and Ava, that are watching them. And then they sneak off to do drugs, and then Macaulay almost catches them doing it, and then he tells like Tamara that he wants to see her biology project, or else won't be exploring New York with everyone. And then he eventually goes to see Tamara, and then yeah, Tamara then like she's wearing a robe, and then she takes it off, and she like has a heart and stomach like tattooed on her body. And then she was actually starting to like trying to like make out with Macaulay, which was just making me nauseous. I mean, seriously, that was just disgusting. And then another one of the guys, Wayne, who was like filmed with his camera, was like videotaping for making out with them. And then yeah, Macaulay just pulled Tamara off of her, and he was saying like she was gonna spend another year in high school or whatever. Then Wayne came in, and then yeah, he handed the tape to Tamara. And yeah, he just yeah, then yeah, Macaulay just like reject Wayne's advances after that. And then yeah, Rennie is like, she later on sees like visions of Jason as a kid, but yeah, they totally changed Jason as a kid, because it showed him like having hair when in the first movie when it showed him as a kid, he had absolutely no hair at all. So yeah, totally screwed that up right there. Yeah. Yeah, then Jason eventually killed Tamara when she like went to shower. Yeah. And then later on, like Jason killed like that guy that was boxing with Julius earlier. Later, after, when Jason like slammed a sauna rock into his abdomen. And yeah, and then yeah, eventually Jason killed the captain of the boat and his first mate. And, yeah. And then the captain's son, Sean, who's like, I should have said this earlier, he's like Rennie's love interest in this movie or whatever. And then Sean like sees them dead, and then he tries to tell the others that they need to make an emergency stop. And then Eva went and saw that Tamara was killed, and then yeah, she saw Jason and she tried to run away. Then yeah, Jason eventually ended up killing her too. Yeah, and then yeah, Sean was like telling everyone else that they like need to search for Jason, and McCulloch was pretty much being like how the sheriff was in the sixth movie. He just didn't want to believe that Jason was there. And yeah, McCulloch thought that maybe the deckhand of the boat was responsible. Yeah. Then eventually Jason kills another one of the guys, Miles. And then yeah, Julius then came up to Jason, and Jason just threw Julius overboard. Or yeah, and I should yeah, and then yeah, he Jason also then killed Wayne by just like throwing him into an electrical box, and then yeah, Julius's body Julius, sorry, Wayne's body caught on fire, and it started like the ship to sink. And then like McCulloch, Van Dusen, Rennie, and Sean then like abandoned the boat and got into the lifeboat and then took off. And then yeah, Toby, who Rennie's dog, and Julius also got on the lifeboat. Yeah, Julius still lived from being thrown overboard. Yeah. And then yeah, they rode off and eventually made it to New York. And then yeah, Rennie then got kidnapped by a couple of punks from New York, and then yeah, they took her off, and then yeah, they injected her with some kind of drug, but then Jason then approached them and he killed the both of them. So yeah, he actually kind of did save Rennie there. Not intentional, but he did. Yeah, then Rennie escaped after that, and then she found Sean, and yeah, they ran and into like the other two. Yeah, they reunited with the teachers. Yeah, McCulloch and Van Dusen. Yeah, and then yeah, Julius then came up to Jason on top of a building, and yeah, Julius tried to like fight Jason with his boxing moves. Yeah, he started to like back Jason up into the edge of the building, but then yeah, Jason then eventually just blew Julius's head off with just one blow. Yeah. And then yeah, the police then tried to help the others. Yeah, Rennie, Sean, McCulloch, and Van Dusen. Yeah, but then yeah, when they got in the police car, they saw Julius's head was in there. And yeah, Jason ended up killing the cop. Then Rennie took control of the car, and then she like tried driving it off, and then yeah, she saw like a vision of Jason just in front of her, and then she ended up crashing the car. And then yeah, then McCulloch, Sean, and Rennie got out of the car, but Van Dusen couldn't get out in time, and the car exploded. And then yeah, Rennie then like remembered that a past moment of McCulloch like being responsible for Rennie's fear of water because she pushed her into a lake when she was a child, and then yeah, she saw like when she was underwater, Jason like pulling her, and then yeah, she remembered that, and that's why she's had the fear of water. And then yeah, then Rennie and Sean just left without McCulloch, and then yeah, Jason then appeared and went up to McCulloch, and then Jason eventually killed him when he like dumped him headfirst in like a barrel of toxic waste or something. Yeah. And then yeah, Jason was chasing Rennie and Sean like through a subway, and then yeah, they then went through Times Square, where yeah, at one point like they passed by a few guys, and then yeah, Jason like knocked over their like radio, you know, whatever, and then yeah, they were like saying that they were gonna kill Jason or something, and then yeah, Jason turned around at them, and then he lifted his mask. We didn't see his face, but both four of them did, and then they were cool with it, and they just ran off. Yeah. Then yeah, Jason was then chasing Sean and Rennie through a diner. They were trying to get the waitress to call the police. And yeah, Jason then came in the diner through the walls, and then yeah, one of the employees at the diner tried to confront Jason, but Jason just ended up throwing him into a mirror. Yeah, and then they eventually flee into the sewer, and then they run to a sewer worker, and he tries to like help them get out because he's telling them that toxic waste filled the sewers at midnight. Yeah, and then Jason appeared and killed the sewer worker, and then like Sean got taken out, and then Rennie eventually like threw a bucket of toxic waste onto Jason. And yeah, Jason then removed his mask, and then he was starting to like have his face like melt or something. Yeah. And then yeah, Sean and Rennie tried to escape through the sewers by climbing back out. And then yeah, the toxic waste then came through the sewers, and then yeah, Jason then eventually transformed into a child, and yeah, he then drifted away into the sewer. And then Rennie and Sean and then escape the sewers, and then they reunite with Toby, and then yeah, that's when they walk off, and then that's how the movie ends. So yeah, like I said, this was This is the worst Friday the 13th movie I've seen so far. It's just terrible. I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen it before, I would recommend that you keep it that way and you don't watch this movie, because, yeah, I mean, this was just a horrendous movie. Like I said, half a star out of 4, so, yeah. Oh, man, and, yeah, I'll be surprised if the other 2 movies before Friday the 13th, before I get to Freddy vs. Jason, are worse than this, because, yeah, I think it's going to be real hard to be worse than this. Alright, so yeah, anyway, alright, so that does my review of Friday the 13th Part 8. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.